Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday morning, July 29th, 2022, 5:14 a.m. And what we have here is a stop not in service bus. That was so weird. Like, it's a not in service bus, not picking anybody up, not dropping anybody off, but it stopped and camped there for a few minutes. So I just got off at the stop from the Southbound 44. Did my usual, I'm back to not having a car. God knows when Rob's going to get it fixed. He hasn't returned any of my calls since Monday. Doesn't answer the phone, doesn't call me back. Pretty frustrated about it. Back to my catch the bus at about 4 a.m. on the 60, on Bethany home. Take the 60 to the 50 to the 44 with about a 10-minute wait for the 50 and about a 15 to 20-minute wait for the 44. It's not awful, but I don't know. The worst thing is that I get off at 2:30 in the morning, but by the time I'm getting off the bus at home, it's 5:15 a.m. and the sun's coming up. So it's like 3 hours to get home, nearly. That's pretty shitty, especially considering that it's about a 15-minute drive. But the girlfriend I have is not the kind of girlfriend that would actually pick me up after work. She's pretty much useless. And I can't think of one single time ever when I was married that my wife did not pick me up after work, unless I specifically told her that I'll go ahead and take the bus or I'll go ahead and walk or whatever. Like, she always was there to pick me up after work. Always. In fact, thinking back of all the girlfriends I've ever had, I can't think of another one other than Priscilla that had the means to pick me up after work and didn't at a time when I didn't have a vehicle. Ain't that some shit? So text messages continued all night long. Pretty bitter. So she said she couldn't come get me for safety reasons or some shit like that. Well, I forget what. Hang on, I'm on the Obama phone. I can open up my iPhone and actually read the goddamn text messages. It takes a while to unlock the iPhone since the thumbprint sensor doesn't work. I got to do a freaking. God, it's such a pain in the ass getting into the iPhone. Freaking 6-digit pin. It's bad as dialing a phone number. Okay. Text message. Oh my God, she sent me a fucking wall of text. That's what email is for. You don't send that much fucking bullshit in text. Heaven forbid she sent any. Speaking of emails, I emailed her asking her to pay her share of this month's electric bill, and she hasn't done that. At this point, I just don't even give a shit. I just want her fucking gone. So let's see, where did I leave off with the Priscilla text messages? Oh yeah, have a great show, be safe. And I said, if you really cared about my show and my safety, you'd bring me to it and be there. And she says, my safety is also important. Doesn't explain what the hell she means by that. My safety? Well, it's too much danger to drive. But, and my response to that was, you've shown time and time again you have no problem driving and staying the night with other people. Well, I haven't made no progress with cleaning and packing up your mess since Sunday. What'd you do with your time on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night after work? She said, I did like you when you get depressed. Slept. I'm anticipating your response to be, go be depressed in your own home. Okay, you don't have your own place, ... Well, yeah. I said, you're right. We're only going around, I said, you can be depressed wherever, but you need to move your mess out of my place. And sleeping because you're depressed ain't getting it done. I mean, unless she wants to leave all that shit behind when I change the locks on the first, I guess it's, her choice, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to read all this. It's a bunch of horse shit. But anyway, I got a message from a friend at Wander Inn that was over at karaoke at Wander Inn, trying to get her to come out to Bullock. So she's like, oh, that's too far. It's too far. I'm like, it's 15 minutes drive from Wander Inn. And she's like, oh, yeah, but I'm coming from Mesa. It's a 30-minute drive. So, whatever. Hope she had fun at Wander Inn. But I'm kind of glad she was there, because it wasn't too long after that she just texted me to let me know that Priscilla was there. So yeah, Priscilla, for her safety, can't what was the word? Safety is just one of those air quote words with me, especially with the shit going on with Amazon right now. But yeah, she did say that. My safety is also important. God, uses the word safety like a fucking politician. I don't think she knows what that word means. But yeah, so I guess it's not safe to come support my show, but she can go to another karaoke show tonight when she's supposed to be, if not out supporting my show, at home cleaning up her mess. But yeah, no, she went out to karaoke at Wander Inn, and I have no idea if she even went home. I don't know. Guess I'm gonna find out in a little bit. So as for my show was pretty decent, all things considered. I mean, I wasn't in the best of moods because of the drama going on with Priscilla, and I did share that information with a handful of people. As I do have people, well, how are you doing? What's going on? And at this point, I've been giving people at the bar updates with what's going on, and showing them the pictures of just how bad that woman has trashed my apartment. And some of these people are people that used to come to karaoke at the break room when Priscilla would be there at the show most nights at the break room supporting it, and they're like, well, you've been together with her for a long time. I'm like, yeah. I said, but I'm like, at this point, it's just there's no physical intimacy anymore, and then add to that, like she moved, well, I told the one gal, I said, she moved into my place over 3 years ago, and said it was going to be for a couple of weeks. When she lost her place, she just moved in, and she's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, she didn't ask if she'd move in. She just fucking moved in. And this girl was like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, no shit. Said she's going to get her own place in 2 weeks, and she's still there. And look what she's done to my apartment. I started showing her the pictures, and she's like, oh, no, you got to get her out of there. I'm like, no shit, I do. Oh, just counting the days. So some really good news. Looked at my direct deposit that came in the middle of the night from Amazon, and I did get my signing bonus. So that's pretty exciting. Made some much larger than average payments on a couple of my credit cards. And it kind of hurts to get all that money and just throw it at credit card balances. It'd be nice to do something fun with the money, but the reality is that I got debt, and I got to deal with that debt. And every time I look at what I'm paying in interest on that debt, it'd be nice to have that crippling interest just go away. That would be nice. So I do think I'm going to pay an extra month of rent in advance. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Amazon with their investigation over my near-miss incident and how long it's going to be till I'm back in a forklift. But honestly, at this point, the thought of going to Amazon and not being a forklift driver anymore is really, really unappealing. It really is. And at this point, I feel like I learned a pretty decent skill that I could apply somewhere else that's a little less ridiculous about no harm, no foul, minor incidents. So yeah, the only thing I was waiting for was just see if I would get my signing bonus, and I got my signing bonus. So I think it's time to get back on jobbing.com and monster.com and all them recruiting websites and start looking for either a higher paying job or something that's a little bit less difficult commute, and see if I can get something where I'm hired on from the get-go as a forklift operator, as opposed to being hired in as in a job where it describes that I'm being hired as a forklift operator, where I had to wait months and months and months and kind of ask and get some recommendations to do that. Definitely the job description from Amazon did not, the job description that was on the recruiting website was definitely sort of a bait and switch. And the fact that, I started at 19 something an hour and now I'm down to 16 something an hour. Not good. I mean, I hear there's plenty of warehouse jobs that are paying over $20 an hour. So yeah, probably time to look for something better. I really wish I was going back to roll my karaoke, but at this point I don't feel my car is reliable enough to really mess with that. And I don't feel bars want to pay enough to mess with that at this point. Well, on the bright side, at least Priscilla didn't stay out all night with somebody else this time. Not that I'm expecting any kind of intimacy or anything. I'm just hoping she's not in my fucking bed. Because at this point, I don't fucking want her in my bed. But on the same token, I don't want her all fucking running around all night and just showing up casually and when the fuck ever. I just want her fucking gone.